Good evening, folks. Hope you're all well and you're surviving the crazy isolation thing. Tonight, I want to bring you a nice little, fairly easy DIY project that you could do in isolation or otherwise. Now, this is my bag of cables. I'll just move this. Have you ever been in this situation where you've got something you want to plug in? I don't know, I'm just like, say, I want to plug my stylophone in for some reason, and you've got a bag of cables like this, and it's like, oh, is that the one? Actually, that would be the one. You're like, is that the one? No. Is that the one? No. Is that the one? No. Hang on, well, they all look the same. Is that the one? No. I've got another bag with inside a bag. What's in this bag? Are they? So I don't know whether you've ever been in that scenario. It drives me absolutely bonkers. My solution to that, and you can see it. Let me just grab a pencil. If you look behind the musical instruments there, that thing which I call a cable tree, and it's a really easy thing that you can just build with scraps of wood. And today's job is just to shore it up a bit because it's a bit wobbly, which I'll show you. So that's today's video. It's not how to make a cable tree because it's already made, but it's just it's just an idea as a little A, potential isolation project, or B, a studio hack to help you tidy your cables. Alrighty, this is actually the second cable tree I made. This is like a little baby one. As you can see, it's got nice, easy, well, fairly easy to make square frame as a base, pole attached to the square base, and then just some like these little, I don't know, this is some doweling, and these kind of round kind of feathers you can just buy from, well, I can buy them from my local hardware store. And there's just a few coat hooks sort of screwed into it. Really super easy to make. So that's my cable tree number 2. Okay, and this is cable tree number 1. So it's a taller one. What's that, about 2.5 meters ish? And you can see it's just, again, similar design to the old one. The feet, or the foot, there's just sort of 2 L-shaped bits in this kind of configuration. Not the best, you can see there's a massive gap there. So it's not the best engineered project in the world. I know it's very top heavy with all these cables on it. It actually it doesn't fall down, so happy days. And you can see I've just got a load of coat hooks attached to it. But what you'll see is this top's a bit there, because actually, if I start pulling out some of these brackets just to show you what the job is, just, you know, again, this top bit, look, a rubber band. This top bit has been this top bit has not been engineered at all well, and today's job is to put an extra support beam bracket thing just there to make this a bit less wobbly. As you can see, all I've done is I've just sort of sanded out or hacked out a little piece of this top bar here. So, you know, you can get as fancy as you like with the kind of you know, if you want to go ahead and make one of these, get as fancy as you like. But this is basic, crude. But I have to say, it's been in my studio for over a year, and it's great. Helps organise my cables. Happy days. Alrighty, so this is what I'm going to use as the bracket to support that top piece, and it's just 3 bits of wood. I've stained the middle piece with a bit of wood stain and then just glued them together, and then I designed the template I wanted in the computer, printed it out and glued that onto the top, so that shows me the lines I need to cut, and I've also got centre lines marked if I want to chop out some of the middle material, drill that out. In retrospect, this would have been better if it was kind of, you know, longer and thinner. And then I could, I think the brackets would have been slightly better better. But there we go, this is what we got, and this will do. Alright, this is the bracketed bit that I finished. So as you can see from the template, we've cut the kind of little wings off. We have drilled a little hole through it. I finished it all with, covered it, coated it with, well, these lights are horrible in here. You can have shadow or way too much light. Yes, had a coating of linseed oil. Possibly, you know, apart from these bits obviously which are going to be glued in, possibly over-engineered, some would say, for the job it has to do. But there we go. And that's where it'll just glue in there. So it'll just add a bit of sturdiness to that top bracket there. So that's the next job. Is actually, I don't know, we'll need to work out how to clamp it. Clampy. Yes, good question. Some kind of elaborate elastic band or tape, something like that. Alrighty, there we go. That's then glued in and been held by an elastic band. So I'm quite glad I drilled that hole through the middle of the the bracket thing now, because hopefully those elastic bands are going to provide enough pressure to pull that bracket in. And you can just see, oh, the lighting in here is awful. You just see there's a bit of focus. No, it wants to focus on the window, so it wants to focus on the light. I have actually got four, oh, actually no, one of my lights up just there is out. Yeah, you can just see there's some glue squeeze out there, so I think the pressure there is just fine and dandy. And was it worth over-engineering it for the attractive kind of light, dark, light pattern? Well, I think it was more. It seemed to work much better down on that one. Hasn't really worked as well up there. I think I needed a few more iterations of staining, but there we go. No one's actually ever going to probably see it. All right then, good stuff. Okay, it is the morning after, and the glue there's solid, and what I'm seeing now is he's pushed that top bar a bit off, so it's a little bit shonky, but you know, shonky's good. Shonky has character, and I think it'll do the job. I mean, you know, it's just got to hold cables, it's not got to hold a bridge up or anything. I put a couple more thingies on there that I had lying around. So yeah, so real simple DIY studio project in isolation or otherwise. And when I was looking at this, what I was thinking the next project might be to make a similar kind of thing, but to hang my ukulele and my my guitar-lele on. Alright, that's gonna something like that, but obviously better. I don't want this falling on the floor. This I can live with falling on the floor, not this one. All right, let's put this down. All right, that's all for me, folks. Have a great day.